Assalamu alaikum. For your lesson today, we are going to look at how businesses can use a spreadsheet effectively to help them manage their accounts and keep a track of where they're making a profit and whether it's a high or low profit. All these are not just written or calculated using a calculator. We are using Excel functions and formulas. So what I've done is I have copied the important parts of the spreadsheet in another sheet so that you could see how all these different calculations were done using formulas. Now, businesses don't sell their items just by saying, right, we're going to sell this item by adding 50 dirhams on top of it or 5 dirhams on top of it. They have percentage margins, how much more of the item percentage wise they would sell it for. So for example, this Land Cruiser was bought at 143,000 dirhams, but they want to sell it to make at least a 10% profit out of it. Okay, now how you do that, remember formulas, equals. Now if they want to make 10% over what they paid 143,000, that's 100%. Now if they're going to pay, if they want to make a profit of 10% above what they paid for, it will be 110% off, that means times whatever they paid. Now this means, okay, whatever the number that comes here is what they will sell the car for, because they will be making a 10% profit over what they paid for. And then you just press enter and you can see that between what they paid and what they sold it for, they've made a profit. We'll do another one, equals 110% off whatever they paid, and that's done. Now some cars are very popular. Some cars think like, okay, non-Nissan patrols in this country are very popular, are always in demand, so maybe the company will say, okay, we will sell it for 15% profit. Okay, so same thing, equals 115% of whatever they paid for, and you get your answer. Okay, so we're going to leave the rest as 10% profit. And remember, I taught you this by just applying the same formula. By dragging that down, you're telling Excel use the same formula design to complete the other calculations, and that's it. That's done. Easy as that. The next step is we find profit. Did we make a lot of profit? How much of it? Or less profit? And it's simple. Profit equals what you sold the car for minus what you bought it for. Finish. Now you see this little hash. These little hashtags doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means the number is too big and this box is too small for it to show. So if you just go and either drag it along or double click, the number appears. And then I can just use the same method and show it all the way down, my profit. So you could see that these selling prices were used, formula was used to calculate them. This buying price, okay, the profit, excuse me, the profit was also a formula was used to find it. Now we need to find out, just visually, quickly see, did we make a bigger profit or a low profit, a high or low? And that's where I now introduce you to conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is basically means changing the format of a cell if it meets a condition, if it meets a rule, if it meets an instruction. So to do it, I'm going to go in there and say new rule, because it's the first time I'm doing it. New rule, and I will always pick the second option from the top. I will say format only cells that contain, okay, value equal to, okay, sorry, I skipped something, so I'm going to go back a bit. I want to show the if statement. That's something I said to you for your e-learning last week. I want to find out if I made a high or low profit. Now here is where I need you to pay attention. Everything in Excel starts with an equals, but I'm going to ask a question. Equals, and I'm going to check if I open my bracket. Logical test means what am I testing for? And I'm testing that if that value is greater than, okay, 15,000, I'll say. If it's greater than 15,000, then what should happen? That means I am making a high profit. That's what I need to see. And then you can see it's guiding me. If it's true, what should I show? I say show high profit. And then it tells me, right, now you put a comma. So I put a comma. And I do my next bit, value if false. That means if it's not over 15,000, I'll say low profit. And then I finish that and I close my bracket. So I'll explain this again. Equals if D2, that means whatever is in D2 is greater than. Always take your signs properly. Okay, left side, crocodile fingers, your two fingers makes a less than. Right side, two fingers on the side, greater than. If D2 is greater than 15,000, show me in this box the words high profit. But if it's not, show me low profit. Now I press enter. And you can see comes up with low profit because it's less than 15. And then all I do is drag this down and you can see the difference. There's high profit, there's low profit, and so on. So I will pick one, for example, I don't know, let's say this one here. And I said, right, the selling price was not 110, but nobody was buying this car, so maybe we were making a loss. Okay, so I sold it at the same price I bought because I wanted to get rid of it. And you can see is a low profit. Now you can see that, okay, I have high and low. The next thing is I want to do my conditional formatting. Okay, so I click on that box and I say, right, actually I will select all of them just to make it quicker and easier. And I say conditional formatting, new rule. Remember I said click on the second one, cell value is equal to. That means if whatever is in the box is equal to low profit, I want to know from just looking at it that I didn't make enough money there. So I'm going to put a red so that I know these cars are not selling well. So that cell should be highlighted red. And I click OK. However, I have high profit. I want to see those as well. So once that is done, I go back here and instead of saying new rule, because I already have a rule, I will say manage rules. Okay, you can see one is here. I add a second one, same second choice, and cell value is equal to, now I'm going to say if it's high profit, I want the cell to be filled with green because I want to see that which cars are doing well visually, quickly, without having to look at numbers. And I click OK and then apply. OK. And that's how you quickly do a profit a calculation for your selling price using percentage, a profit using formulas which we've learned, something minus something, and using an if statement and conditional formatting. So your task for today is doing similar to what I did. Type in the car names, okay, everything here, selling price, use the formula, profit, use the formula, low profit and high profit, use your if statement to set the if statement first, and then conditional formatting. Your success for this lesson is based on purely you watching this video, following it, and doing your best. You don't need to ask me any questions. You can do this, and then I would like for you to share it with me on your work on the spreadsheet. Remember I shared with you the spreadsheets online. So that's what I'm going to check. So you go to your online spreadsheet on OneDrive, open a new sheet, okay, on the same one, just a new blank sheet down here, and start this task and finish it there. At the end of the lesson, I will go into each person's sheet and check to make sure that this exercise is finished. Well done, boys and girls. Keep at it.